What's up, YouTube? I'm going to take a break on this project I've been working on the past 3 days, which is the FJ40. I've been working on it probably about 3 or 4 hours every day for 3 days back to back, and I just have had enough of it for now. So today we're going to pull the S2000 out of the garage and change the spark plugs on them, and we'll go over why I'm doing that in just a sec. No more of this. I've had enough. And that needs to hang out for a bit, and this thing needs some love. It sits a lot more than it gets driven, and I fired it up the other day and it was just a little sluggish. It was a very hot day, so these cars don't respond well on hot days, but I went back and I looked at my maintenance history on these things, and it's been quite a while since I changed the plugs. So the spark plug gap was 0.40. The range is 0.39 to 0.43. So it's well within spec, and it's the laser iridium tip, so I'm not going to screw around with it and risk breaking off one of the tips. But oddly enough, the spark plug interval is 105,000 miles or 6 years. So I usually just go off mileage because I really don't go off year service because I'm driving the cars a lot. But since I work from home, the car's been parked a lot, and looking back at my service history on my notes, I changed these spark plugs in 2013, and that was at 110,000 miles, and we are now in 2023 at 160,000 miles. So we've got 10 years and 50,000 miles, and I'm hoping that these new plugs will cure some of the sluggishness that I was feeling. And you'll see in the video right when I do how the old ones look. If they look great, it's going to be weird. If they look bad, then that's going to be a good sign because it means we're fixing something. But if not, hopefully it's not a bigger issue and it was just a hot, humid day giving me a pretty laggy throttle response. Here's a pile of those FJ40 parts I've been working on, cleaning everything as best as I can to rebuild that whole front axle. But if you didn't know, the S2000 has a little secondary hole to put the hood up as high as possible. It gives you a bunch of room in the engine bay. If you haven't already, check out the walk-around video that I did on this a while back. I've also got a walk-around video on the hatchback. And while we're at it, I mean, I've got a little build project on this thing, so check it all out. But either way, I'm just going to take off the coil pack cover, take off the coils, and then pop the spark plugs out. I never really filmed any repair on this before, but in the last probably 2 years, I did the tensioner, serpentine belt, water pump. Every single rubber hose on this thing was changed. So all of these hoses are brand new from Honda. I did all of those, every single one for the heater. All that. I changed every hose on this thing while I was changing the water pump. Threw in a new radiator. I've had the K&N filter for a little while. It's got some old Comtech headers and some Vibra Technics motor mounts. That's pretty much it for performance. I'm in California. The smog laws are ridiculous, and it's just a fun, peppy car to drive, so I'm not here to make a ton of power with it. Either way, let's get on to the repairs. Okay, I wanted to just look at these and we'll compare them to the new ones. So we'll have 4, 3, 2, 1 in that order that they came off the motor. And as you can see on 4, this one got pretty hot. Usually that's the one that has the worst time, but all of them are pretty hot. And let's see, so PFR7G-11S, so exact replacements. One thing I did notice is a lot of it is color wise is perfect. You don't want it black because it's too rich, and you don't want it white, but you want it to be this brown color. That means everything is performing just as it should. So let's pop these open real quick. I was already prepared to gap these things. A lot of the forums on S2KI said that sometimes you'll get one or the other that's not gapped properly. And so I was going to gap it. I bought this tool, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And you can just push that electrode down a little bit, and you bring it back, check your gauge, and so on and so forth with all your spark plugs. But these are all within spec. So right here I've got 0.040, and we're right where we need to be. And with these guys, it's not too far off actually, which is really good. The only thing that means is it may not help with that sluggishness as much as I thought. But we can only hope. Some maintenance parts will definitely help. It's not gonna hurt, that's for sure. Spark plugs are back in, torque to spec, 19 foot-pound. One thing I did want to mention is back when I did the spark plugs, I changed each one of these plugs. So these are replacements. If you know anything about S2000s, those little clips that hold it to the coil pack break all the time. So there's a company that makes the coil pack little kit. And the only thing is that you have to literally de-pin each wire and put it back in, and it gets hard, especially these guys back here. They're kind of a pain, but luckily we didn't break any, so these clips are doing way better than the ones from the factory did. Well, that's exactly what I was hoping for. It was about 50 bucks in spark plugs. The tool wasn't too much. I think it was like 15 bucks. Even though I didn't use it, it's good to have in the arsenal. But yeah, it's way peppier than before, and it's just about as hot today as it was when I washed it on Sunday. I don't know if you can see by my face, but it's all shiny because I'm sweating. But either way, thanks for watching. If you can, like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference on the channel. I know it's small and it's growing, but I'm still going to keep pumping out videos as much as I can. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.